What up, YouTube? Ed WeskerGriff coming back with a PSA submission reveal. Going to be showing off 6 slabs that I got back recently from a group submission that is run by JT, Triple Crown 24. So if you want more information on that, I will leave the link down below in the video description for the grading group up on Facebook. JT does the PSA submissions and Maiko does the SGC submissions in the group. So this order was from July of 2020. It was the modern sub, and as you guys can tell, it's been almost a year since this order was sent off. So really glad to have the cards back. Overall, I think a lot of people did quite well in the submission. I know JT posted the live recap and the reveal up on his channel like he normally does when an order pops, and I thought a lot of people did quite well. I did pretty good as well, sending 6 cards like I mentioned. So let's jump right on into it. So JT sent me 2 extras. He knows I'm a big fan of the second year Rookie Cup Juan Soto. So thank you, JT. Another one for the collection. And he also hooked it up with this cool Bowman Chrome franchise futures of 2 top Oriole prospects. So I'll throw that in the Z folio. So thank you, JT. Appreciate those extras. And here are the cards that I sent in. So the first one here is from 2011 Topps. This is a PSA Gem Mint 10 Freddie Freeman rookie. Now, when I sent this back in July, Freddie Freeman was a top contender for the National League MVP. And spoiler alert, he wound up winning the MVP in 2020. So a year later, getting this card, and Freddie Freeman now has the MVP hardware. Did check the pop report on this card because I was curious how many PSA Gem Mint 10s there are now of Freddie Freeman, since there have just been truckloads of cards sent to PSA. But surprisingly, shockingly, the pop on this card is only, as of the recording of this video, 790 PSA Gem Mint 10s. So in my opinion, that's a pretty low number for a flagship rookie card of a player of Freeman's caliber. Would have thought it would have been a lot higher. So that is pretty surprising. And I know PSA has been going through a lot of the older orders and really clearing the backlog pretty well. Months ago, I think the backlog was reported to be around 18 million cards. So they definitely trimmed a lot of it since they have suspended most of their services. So I'm kind of surprised that the Freeman isn't higher. 790 does seem a pretty small number to me. But hey, I'm not complaining. And I figured I'd just pass along that random tidbit of pop information. I found it interesting. It's debatable if you found it interesting. Next card here. So we got some shine. We got a 2013 Bowman Platinum Chrome Prospect X-Fractor of Nolan Arenado in a Mint 9. So my streak continues on sending in Nolan Arenado cards and getting hit with the fine 9. I can't seem to crack the code to get a Gem Mint 10 on a Nolan Arenado card, even though in this same submission there were 2 update rookies of Arenado that came back a Gem Mint 10. But my boy Bald Rhino, he has the same type of luck that I have with Arenado sending them in to get graded. I always get smacked with the 9s. So, Rhino, I feel your pain. I'm the same way, my man. Always getting those fine 9s on the GOAT, Nolan Arenado. But a absolutely beautiful card. Love the shine. Just a really sweet card there. Really pops. All right, this next card here I got out of a dollar box a couple years ago. This is the 2012 Topps Update Mike Trout at bat. This came back a PSA Mint 9. Really happy about this grade because I sent in 2 of these cards, got the other one back in a previous order, and that one came back a Gem Mint 10, and that totally caught me by surprise because I thought both of them were going to be Mint 9s because I bought both of them at the same card show out of the same value box, and both of them were just in penny sleeves. They were not in top loaders, so one of those little dollar boxes that just had this card laying in there. So whenever you can pull a card out of a value box like that and it gets a Mint 9, that is a huge win in my opinion. So really pleased with that, and happy to have a PSA 10 and a PSA 9 of this card in the collection. So that's sweet. This next card here, some people are probably going to be wondering why I sent this in, but this is the 1987 Topps rookie of Barry Larkin. This came back a near mint 7. As a rule of thumb, I normally never send in 80s junk wax cards to get graded. They're extremely tough to get mint 9s and gem mint 10s on. They're just very condition sensitive, and the quality control wasn't as good as we all know. But this card holds a special place in my heart because I pulled this at the National during the post-celebration at the bar hosted by Pepino Man, Filmington, and Eloy the Goat Flores. And pretty much this card was sitting unprotected on the bar, on drinking tables, on duffel bags full of money, and was just sitting there unprotected. Then I think at one point it even went into my pocket. So it got some rough and tumble there around the corners, and I knew that before sending it in, but I wanted to get it slabbed because it just, when I look at this card, it brings back a really cool memory, and it gets me thinking about that night. So this is going straight into my YouTube PC box that I have acquired over the years, and it's going to sit there very fondly. So the 87 Topps Barry Larkin. This next card here was a huge card back in 2010. Another value box find. This is the 2010 Topps Chrome Rapper Redemption Refractor, that is a mouthful, of Steven Strasburg in a PSA Gem Mint 10. Finally done reading the label there, but really, really thrilled about this card. Like I said, back in 2010, Strasburg was dominating the hobby. The amount of hype that Strasburg had in 2010, he drove products, just mega hype around this guy. If you weren't around in 2010 to remember all the hype in the hobby about Strasburg, it was pretty wild. Now, Strasburg has had a really solid career, still has, if he can stay healthy, he should still have several good years left in the tank, but just happy to get this card into the collection, especially a Gem Mint 10, and got this, like I said, I want to say a year or two ago, out of a value box, and to pull this out of a value box and to get a Gem Mint 10, I'm extremely happy about that. So just a great looking card, nice shine to it, and yeah, it just looks great. Love it. So happy to add that one to the collection. And this final card here is the only example of the card that PSA has graded. So you will not see this card in a PSA slab anywhere else for the foreseeable future. We'll have to see if any other foolish person sent this card in. But it is the 1998 starting lineup. This is from the extended series. This came back a Mint 9. This is the Scott Rowland card. Now, interestingly enough, PSA used to label this for their starting lineup cards. They would always put starting lineup. Now they're putting Kenner, so I don't know when that change occurred, but I distinctively remember sending in other starting lineup cards and it being labeled starting lineup and not Kenner. So I guess that's a new change for them. Not quite sure. But this came back in Mint 9, so happy about that. And if you're wondering why I sent this card in, it is because this is technically Scott Rowland's starting lineup rookie card. So this was the first starting lineup card that Scott Rowland had, even though it's from 1998. If you're wondering why it took Kenner so long to make a starting lineup figure of Scott Rowland, is because the Phillies were absolutely atrocious in the mid-90s, and we didn't get, I don't think we got any starting lineups in 95, 96, or 97, and it wasn't until 1998 with our phenom young player, rookie Scott Rowland. He was a rookie in 96, but he was kind of the face of the organization in the late 90s. So we finally got a starting lineup, and so this is technically his rookie in the starting lineup. And I think Rowland will get into the Hall of Fame next year or maybe the year later, but he's definitely, I think he's pretty much, it's safe to say, a lock at this point for the Hall of Fame. So you are looking at the market. I own the market on this card since it's the only one. So I can set any price I want. Absolute delusions of grandeur. But a really cool card. I'll put it in the collection. And thrilled to have it back. So that's all I got for you guys. I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video. Any comments or questions, leave them down below. And if you have any cards out to any of the third-party graders, I hope you guys do well. I hope you crush it and you get the grades that you want. So that's all I got for you. Have a great one. Enjoy the hobby. Have fun. Remember, that's important. Have fun in this hobby. And take care, fellas. Peace.